We've been talking about it all show. Week 1 in the NFL is right around the corner, which means you're running out of time to draft your fantasy team. Our FFT crew has their player rankings. We're targeting tight ends. We want to point your attention to that number 6 spot where we find 49ers tight end George Kittle. Kittle coming off his first 1,000-yard season since 2019. He averaged 15.7 yards per catch last year, bringing in 6 touchdowns. He, of course, helped the Niners make it all the way back to the Super Bowl last season and has helped keep them atop the NFL world for the past several seasons. So if you're looking to add a boost to your fantasy lineup, here's what you can expect from him this season. FFT projecting 7 touchdowns and just under 1,000 yards. Good for 8th in terms of tight end PPR rankings. Well, we are so excited to be joined by none other than George Kittle. George, thanks so much for being with us today on Spotlight. I know you've had a lot of things going on in the offseason. The season's right around the corner, so we'll get to that in a minute. But let's talk about what you're working on with Little Caesars. Tell us about that project.
Well, Little Caesars, it's my second year doing a project with them. I think it's their 3rd year of being the official pizza of the NFL, which is pretty cool. But what we're doing is, the main thing that we're doing is for the first 2 weeks. Oh, look, there's me and Almond Raw. For the first 2 weeks of September, they're doing free delivery with no catch, which is pretty awesome because usually when you order delivery, there's like a catch to it. Like you have to do something else, you have to pay a certain fee. Nope, none of that stuff. There is no catch. So that's what the cool thing is. Besides that, the other really cool thing that Little Caesars is doing is that on game day, if you order pizza and stuff through the app, you can win like bonus prizes like Crazy Bread, which why would you not want free Crazy Bread? So I just think that you should order through the app, get free delivery, and thoroughly enjoy yourself.
I like the bun look as well, too. I saw on your Instagram another ad you did where you were bald, so it's giving variety this season.
Yeah, you know what? That was fun. I did enjoy that, but my wife was not the biggest fan of that one, I will say.
I will say it wasn't your best look, but it's okay because you were willing to do it, and that's what matters. Let's get into the football side of this here. Obviously, the news that everybody has been waiting for, I'm sure y'all have been waiting for, Brandon Aiyuk finally signing that contract, so he'll be sticking around in San Francisco. Obviously, you're excited. Why was it so important to get him back in San Francisco on your roster?
Well, I think the important thing is that Brandon is a fantastic football player, so he makes everyone's lives easier in the building because of the plays that he can make and the way that he works and the examples that he sets, when he's out there on the football field. And also, I just like Aiyuk as a vibe. He's a good friend of mine. I played with him since 2020. And, when you're on the field and you do a bunch of, fun stuff together, you go through challenging times together, that's how you build these really cool, awesome relationships with guys. And the fact that I've gotten to play with Aiyuk for 4 seasons, I just want to keep that one going. And so I'm really excited that he's going to be a Niner again, and he got the money that he really, really deserved because, as a guy who gets less than, how many targets did he get last year? Probably 30 less than probably CD Lamb and AJ Brown and stuff. But he still puts up similar numbers, and it's just really fun to be with a guy who is that efficient with the football in his hands.
Yeah, you got to shoot us straight here, though, because everyone saw the viral video of him dapping up Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Is that really how when they see each other, that's how they react?
They will now.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I was like, the great thing is I was sitting there on Twitter because I like being on Twitter. It's fun just to see the conversation sometimes. And just the conspiracy theories of what people thought was going to with the conversation that were actually happening. I enjoyed reading those a lot. So I don't know what that really was, but at the end of the day, 3 weeks after that happened, look at us now. We're all happy. Kind of, I think.
Everyone's happy when you're getting paid. So I'm excited for you guys to get that core and keep the core together. And it's important because you guys will open up the season week 1 against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, Monday Night Football. So all the spotlight will be on y'all's team that day. Just talk to me about Aaron Rodgers, the challenges he presents as a quarterback. He's someone you're familiar with and have played against. What are you looking forward to in that game?
Well, what I'm looking forward to is playing against a first ballot Hall of Famer like Aaron Rodgers. He's incredible. The way that he, directs an offense, all of his 52 different cadences, and just the way that he throws the football. You can see some of the throws that he makes. No one else in the world can make some of those throws, and it's just really fun to go against, really, really great players like that. And I have a ton of respect for him too. I've watched him play in a ton of football games. I've seen how good he is. Everybody knows how good he is, and I think also, last year when he missed the season, that's not good for football fans. That's not good for football. He's good for football. He makes football better. And so I wish him nothing but, a ton of health this season so he can be out there every single week. And I wish him health and success, just not versus us week one.
Yeah, I was going to say,
success.
You don't want him to win week one. You guys want to win. But yeah, we're looking forward to that one, sort of kicking off that week one, wrapping up the slate. Okay, I told you before that we were going to have some fun. So here's the fun. Everyone saw your viral video of you roasting the San Francisco 49ers beat for their shoe game. So we decided we wanted to play a little game with you. Our HQ crew has donated their shoes. I have them here next to me. It does not smell great. We're going to have you blind rank 5 pairs of shoes. So you're just going to blind rank them.
That's awesome.
All right, let's get it going. So I'm going to present you with the first shoe. Here it is. Rate it blind rank it 1 out of 5. It's a Yeezy. It's kind of small.
I'm going to go 3.
Going 3. So this is our 3. Okay, let's go something classic here. A Panda Dunk. The OG Dunk. Everyone has this one, but it's a versatile shoe.
This is what's scary is I can either put that at 2 or I can put that at 4, but I don't know. Like, did the next person roll in wearing are there some Air Monarchs in there? I don't know. I'm gonna put the Pandas at 2 because it's a safe pick. You can wear it anywhere you want. Now, watch, you're going to pull out some Red Octobers and something else, and I'm going to be like, what the heck?
All right.
Okay, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with the Pandas at 2. I'd put them at 2 as well. All right. Let's go the Jays.
Those are beautiful.
Yellow. They're pretty new.
I'm going for a 4.
These are 4. Wow. Okay.
I'm expecting you to pull out something a little bit better for number 1.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
And I respect your guys' sneaker game. So far, we're 3 for 3. Pretty nice kicks.
That makes me feel good. We roasted our NFL reporter, Jonathan Jones, because he wears Cole Haans everywhere. So we had some fun with that a couple weeks ago. So this is much better than where we at. I'm going to give you shoe 4 here. It is a New Balance. One of the newer New Balances. These are what's trendy right now. The kids are wearing these. You've got, I think, 5 and 1.
I'm going to go 5 and just blind rate number 1. Go for it.
All right, so this is 5. I'm so glad that we got to this point because your number 5 shoe is a dirty, worn, white Air Force One, baby.
I love it. That's fantastic. Hey, you can wear it. It's a utility vehicle.
Out of the 2, because I feel like these are the 2 popular shoes these days, which one do you prefer to wear?
I wear more Dunks than I do Air Force Ones. I find Air Force Ones very heavy and my legs get tired.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Dunks as well, the Panda Dunks. All right, that was fun. We're going to continue the fun, though.
I enjoyed that.
Good. I'm glad that we got a better ranking than the 49ers beat as well. That's a bragging right for me personally. So I'm happy we've got to that point. Let's go to the college ranks here. Obviously, you are an Iowa Hawkeye through and through. They've got some big games coming up this year in the Big Ten. Walk us through your ideal Iowa Hawkeye game day. Where's the best place that fans should be eating, the tailgating spots? Just give us the lowdown on what it's like to go to an Iowa football game.
Oh, my gosh, that's incredible. What's fun about that is I grew up going to every Iowa football game. My dad got season tickets, 2 season tickets for from when I was 7 years old until I went to high school. And so I really enjoyed going to all these tailgating events. Let me see. I think what I would suggest for people to do, if it's an 11 a.m. kickoff, you better get there at 7 a.m. at the latest. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on a lot of the fun. It's definitely roaring. Probably, I would say 8:30, 9 o'clock is when it's really picked up and people are having a good time. The whole parking lot's full. There's RVs, there's games being played. There's football being played in the parking lot. A lot of good food. Oh, my gosh. There's so much good stuff out there. Restaurant-wise, wow, there's a bunch of good things on the Strip. One of my favorite places to always go, Airliner and Summit are 2 local bars downtown that I was a big fan of. Pagliai's Pizza is a little pizza spot in there as well. I'm trying to think, am I missing anything? Probably. There's so many good Iowa places that I'm absolutely in love with. But at the end of the day, as long as you get in and you're still standing from the tailgate, you've succeeded at tailgating in Iowa.
All right, so get there early, be prepared to be there for a while, and especially get there early if you're playing against your rival, because that's what's happening week 2 here on CBS, 3:30, the Cy-Hawk game between Iowa and Iowa State. Obviously, it's a huge rivalry. We're excited to have that game on our network, but from your perspective as a player who's played in this game, you're an Iowa Hawkeye through and through here. What is it about this rivalry that makes it, just so intense?
Really what makes it intense for me is that when you live in Iowa, there's no other professional football teams, right? So you have Iowa football or, unfortunately, Iowa State football, if that's where, you're a fan of. And that's it. And then, you're looking at, Milwaukee, Green Bay, Chicago, Kansas City. Like, you're looking at other Midwest places for your other sports teams. And when it's Iowa, it's Iowa football or nothing. And so that's one thing I love about this rivalry, because you have the bragging rights for the entire year. Between your family members, because, I have family members that were Iowa State fans. I went to Iowa and I was like, what is wrong with you guys? But the fact that, it's early in the year and they keep it going every single year, it makes me really happy, because the Cy-Hawk Trophy is also fun. Everything about this game is great. And I always love it too. It's never like a bad game. It's always like a close game that, keeps you on the edge of your seat. And while the offense might not always be the most exciting thing, the defense and special teams always puts on a hell of a performance. But I know that this year Iowa's new offensive coordinator. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, and they're going to put up some points.
We are excited for it. 3:30 here on CBS. We are looking forward to that game, and we're looking forward to watching you this season. George, I got to be honest, this has been fun. We so appreciate you hopping on with us here on HQ Spotlight.
Oh, well, thank you so much. You guys were a blast. I'm really happy that some people take their sneaker game seriously, and it's really refreshing. It's very refreshing to see that in the world. So I appreciate you, and I'll continue to hold people at a high standard for sneakers.
I want you to know that I have like a whole extra pile of sneakers that we didn't get to. We had to get our 5 best. So we appreciate your time and your ranking.
You want to see what I'm wearing today?
Yeah, show us your sneaker.
Oh, these are awesome. These are the Grimace Crocs. They're nice and fluffy. They're amazing. Remember I got the McDonald's? That's pretty funny, isn't it?
George Kittle, San Francisco 49ers tight end. George, thanks so much for hopping on with us.
See you guys.